What is up, everyone? My name is Sholtan, and today we're going to start a little series which I named Who's Your Javelin, and we're going to be talking about, the different javelins that are available to use in Anthem. So, in the VIP demo, I was able to play as the Ranger, which we all start with, and the Colossus. So those are going to be the first two that I'm going to do, and I intend to do the Interceptor and the Storm in the next open beta or open demo. I'm not sure which title they're using for that. But yeah, we're just going to talk about the differences. Once I play them, I'll do a video on them. Right now I'm going to focus on the Ranger. And later on, we're going to talk about the Colossus in another video shortly. So let's start with the Ranger, which is pretty much your soldier class. If you're used to like Mass Effect, right? Like Mass Effect, you had the biotics, you had the I guess it was the technicians, but I'm not too sure what was the term actually. And then you had like your normal soldier, right, which uses pretty much normal artillery abilities. That's kind of what the Ranger makes me feel like. He's the guy who can pretty much be a jack of all trades, right? He's got good defenses, he can deploy a little bubble shield. He's able, most of his abilities are artillery based from what I have tried so far. So like shooting a seeker missile, having grenades, and then as the ultimate, the swarm of missiles. He really makes you feel like I guess first movie Iron Man. That first scene in the terrorist town. That one is pretty much what I think of when I'm playing the Ranger. Now I know a lot of people. Him and the Colossus are both the two least favorite right now in the polls, apparently. But I don't think that means anything. I don't think this means that the Ranger isn't a good javelin. I know the Storm can put crazy DPS on enemies. I know the same can be said for the I always forget the name for the assassin. The Interceptor, right? Like these guys can do amazing amounts of damage. But I still feel like ability-wise, the Ranger can apply some pretty good pressure on the enemies, right? He's always gonna have his cooldowns are super fast, so you're always throwing grenades, you're always shooting your missile. The ultimate is also really good against swarms of enemies. The bubble shield is super useful to revive others. So he's pretty much a constant in the fight, right? He's gonna be. I like to think of him as efficient, is what I would call. So if you like, for example, if you like Sword and Shield, in Monster Hunter World, you probably like the Ranger as your javelin. That would be the kind of mindset you want. Like you want to be able to take on every situation on equal terms, pretty much, and never be at a clear disadvantage. Maybe at the cost of not being able to exploit certain possibilities as the other javelins can. But being able to, be that soldier on the front lines that just helps everyone pretty much, and just is very effective on the battlefield. Definitely gonna need to play more of him for sure. Like I focused a whole lot on the Colossus, but that is broadly what I'm thinking of for the javelin, right? You want to be efficient in all situations. The Ranger is gonna be the go-to, right? Like you're like if you play D&D and you're a fighter guy, this is the class for you, right? So this is gonna be it for the Javelin Spotlight on the Ranger. Um, Clearly, once I've played more of him, when the game actually comes out and I get to really experience with all the different possibilities for abilities. Like I only had the grenade and the missile launcher and the bubble shield. That was all the stuff that I used on this javelin for now, because that's literally all I looted ability wise. But like I said, as soon as I had the Colossus, I just focused on him really hard. So I'm definitely gonna have to check back on the Ranger once we hit full release, because I'll be dedicating the next weekend of beta to the two others, the Interceptor and the Storm. I really want to try out those guys, and I feel that's gonna be it though. Like, you're gonna see mostly if you go online in, I guess, quick matches or something, like you're probably gonna end up seeing much more of the Storm and the Interceptor, and probably like a little bit more of the Colossus. Like you're not gonna see the Ranger javelins everywhere. They're not gonna be everyone's first pick. Like, a lot of people think they're a little bit bland, and you know, I don't think they are, but I can understand why when you put it next to the Storm and the Colossus and the Interceptor, you kind of make the comparison. Like these three kind of stand out, right? Like, oh, the Storm has like lightning and he wears a cape and he's like a mage, and the Interceptor is super fast and he's like super fast with melee attacks and he can melt enemies, and the Colossus is so big and he has the big weapons and he makes big explosions. And so it kind of gives them that little more of a little more flash than the Ranger does. But I think every time you're gonna see a Ranger in a match, you're gonna be glad that you're gonna see them, right? Because you're not gonna see them that often. I feel in full release. But when you do see them, you'll be like, good, like I have that other role. I mean, because he does have good abilities. I think there's something around the fact that the Ranger has more ability damage or something like that. Like, they have a bonus to, I know they have a damage bonus somewhere, but I need to check up on that once the game really releases and I can really dive into the intricacies of the game. But yeah, that is my take on the Ranger. And we're going to be talking about the Colossus real soon, which I have a lot to say about because, like I said, I mained that thing in this beta, and I'm probably going to main him in the main game, but I am going to play all the Javelins. I think they all bring something to the table that I want to experience, but I am clearly, like, when it comes to heavy grinding and doing raids and all that, I'll probably use the Colossus for these activities, you know. So yeah, that was my opinion on the Ranger. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.